Let's take a look at why drilling 40% into the concrete slab is so important and where that information came from. On occasion I'll get phone calls. People will ask me, how important is it really for me to drill to 40% depth in that concrete slab? And what I really direct them to usually is a graph that we have on our website that represents the information that the scientist Gordon Hedenblad came up with in the late 90s to really show and emphasize how that depth is so critical. What he looked at, if you look at this graph, the graph shows here how far into the slab we're looking at, and across here what the relative humidity situation was for that concrete slab. If we look at the red line shows when the concrete's poured, it's at a very consistent 100% relative humidity from top to bottom of the slab. And what he really wanted to look at, he wanted to look at what depth, when the slab was not covered with a floor covering or coating, at what depth in that slab would you get a reading that would allow you to predict what the surface conditions would be like once you actually installed the flooring. So if you look at this yellow line, the yellow line shows the drying curve being drier at the top, wetter at the bottom. And as you can see, this spot right here is where that curve intersects what the concrete moisture situation is once the flooring is installed. The green line shows that because once the flooring is installed, instead of having this consistent curve, drier on the top, wetter on the bottom, that moisture now has to redistribute because you've cut the concrete's ability to breathe with the ambient conditions in the room. So at the end of the day, this is really where it comes from, and this shows graphically why that 40% depth is so critical. Hit me up at Twitter, RapidRHRep, to let me know if this helped you out and helped you understand proper depth and how critical it is.